Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So, I know that a lot of people are going back to college or going to college for the first time in the next, well, right now depending, or they're going in like 9 days. So I know my alma mater, which is like 5 miles down the road, everyone's going back to school, moving in 9 days. So I kind of wanted to get this video up soon, but I'm a little busy. Let's be honest. Okay. So I kind of made like a really quick list of like freshman tips. Now that I've like graduated and I've got more mature, I think I've became more mature, and I've kind of like realized, oh my god, what I did freshman year was ridiculous, and I should have done things differently a little bit. But then these are the key points that I think were really great, and I'm so glad I did them. So for the first week, or like that first day of class, be early. I think that is like the number one thing, because you show the professor that you're going to probably be a great student. Second of all, if you have smaller classes, it's really nice because you get the best seat in the house. If you have like those big atrium, like auditorium style seats, it also really helps. The next thing I would say is read your syllabus. Read all over your syllabi that you get from all of your classes, like as soon as you get them. Listen to the professor, highlight key points such as like when things are going to be taking place, like a test, quiz, big homework assignments that actually have to be handed in. I know freshman year they kind of like to transition you into being just that read paper, activity paper type of style. So I always like to like highlight when I had a test or when I had a quiz, because then when I had downtime between my classes, I would already put like pen in those activities, or I would already put them in my planner. So my next tip, my third tip, is plan accordingly. So that means using a planner, whether it's on an app, in an actual academic planner, or it's in a notebook that you create yourself. There's so many activities and like online things that you can find, like even just scrolling Instagram, you can find really great options for a planner that, or planner organization. I really like to color coordinate, especially when I had like 4 classes within the same subject. I would like the number would be there like for the class, and I would highlight it in another color, and then I tried the different colored pens. I thought the pens worked better for me versus just highlighting in the different colors, because I would get really confused. To be honest, like I'd highlight the wrong thing and had to white out. To-do lists are also really helpful just for the day of, like the night before. I knew, okay, well, I have an appointment with my counselor or my academic counselor or my boss, or I have to work from 10 to 4 and I have class 4 to 7, and then I have a 7 to 10, and so I'd be like, okay, well, I need to get up at 7 because I need to do homework by 8, and then through 9:30, get ready, go to work. So I'd shower the night before. Like, the to-do list for the day is so helpful, and it's so crucial. So sometimes when I got the planners that had the big sections, I would cut them in half, and I would put the homework that's due on that day, and then I would do my to-do list for that day, such as like appointments and things like that. And then it's also like plan accordingly as far as like, if I know I have an exam next Tuesday, I want to start studying and reviewing and creating a study guide the week before, or even longer. Like, the great professors, I think, give you heads up, like, hey, this is the main essay on your exam, because they want you to pay attention throughout the semester, and they know the people that get an A at the end of this, like at that test, they were paying attention, and the ones that weren't, too bad. So I like to plan accordingly, and I'm a planner through and through. And then make pals in your classes. That first day might be a little awkward, but like if you have a fun, outgoing personality, you're more likely to be like, oh my god, hey, like this is like my fave subject. And if you say that, people who they hate that subject will be like, okay, she's gonna pay attention to class, she's gonna come to class every day, and I should make friends with her. So you automatically get friends. And I mean, it works. Like, I was a history major, and so when I took the 100 levels and I had really already known or like had an inkling about those subjects, I instantly had like 10 people like, okay, I want your phone number because I want to be friends with you and I want to study with you. So I would say that's really helpful. And then it's also like the professors will be like, all right now, get numbers of 4 people in the class because you're going to need them. And it's true. If professors give study sessions, take them. If professors already be like, hey, get a study group together, take the advice, ask around. Some majors, you need to study so much and you have exams every single week that it's crazy. So take advantage of that. Talk to your professor if you have any questions or concerns. Sometimes they know students that are at the senior level that are really helpful and very knowledgeable in the subject since they're about to graduate in the next year or so, that they'll be like, well, I do have a student, let me check with them and they can maybe assist you. So you always want to talk to your professor. If you have a college that has TAs, talk to the TAs, become friends with the TAs. They're your best friends, okay? They're there to help you. Your tuition money goes to assist them, the professors and everything. And if you have a tutoring center, go to the tutoring center. I cannot stress that enough. I never went to the tutoring center for my math class. I should have. I thought I was smart enough. I wasn't. I struggled all semester long, and that took down my GPA my freshman year, and I struggled for the rest of my 3 years after that to get my GPA up, to be honest. I didn't fail it, but it was a C+. And so when you get a C+, and then all your other grades are like B pluses and A minuses, it's just like, I want my 4.0, and I never got there. I was always in like the 3.0 to like 3.5 and 3.5 to 3.8 range. It was terrible. I was so irritated by that. But study groups and also in your majors, like make friends with people. Like on the first day when they ask you, oh, introduce yourself. And you're like, hi, my name's Ingrid. I'm a history major. Oh, hi, my name's Adam. I'm a nursing major. Dude, high five. You're awesome. And then get involved. Whether that is the movie club, whether that's the club that's for your major, whether that's a Greek organization, like my boyfriend is in a fraternity, I have a bunch of friends in sororities, they all love it. And it's one of those things I regret because I didn't. Like, I didn't get that. I did an extra step and I never took it. But I did join an honor society for my major. I ended up becoming president. I was vice president. I was secretary. I was historian for it as well, like, which is like histor for Greek organizations. Some of them they call it a histor. So like you're the secretary, or you're like, you basically have this great part where you are at every event. You are a face of the organization in a way, because you also let all of your other members know what's going on. And you document the activities for that semester or for that year within the organization's pod or portal, whichever the university may use, and it's really great. And then I really loved getting involved in like organizations for volunteering. I was a part of the Living Leadership program, so I actually went out and volunteered like my entire freshman year, multiple weekends, multiple Friday days, because like there's no classes on Fridays. We would go and volunteer at local organizations, and it helped build the community and build our organization's names, and it was really great. And then also, don't get involved. If you have 6 classes like I did one time, you learn how to manage your time really well, but you also need to know that studying is your main priority. So I had friends that loved to study like me, and then I had friends that also loved to like work out and like get active and be involved like I did. And they were like kind of separate. And I feel like even now after college, they're still very separate, to be honest. Know your roomies and know your floor and building staff. I made friends with my RAs. Guess who has the best snacks? The RAs. Guess who has unlimited meal plans? The RAs. Your floor staff is your best friend. They are there to help you. They love their jobs. They don't go through months of training. They don't go through months of training and months of activities and all the hours of staying up late to do door checks and things like that to not help you and be your friend. So definitely get to know them, be close with them, and know that they have hot cocoa anytime you need hot cocoa. Roommates, as far as roommate tips, I tried to make friends with my roommates too quickly in my personal opinion, and it was bad. I think I am a personality that takes a while to warm up to people, and that I tried too hard to reinvent myself when I got to college. And my freshman roommates and I, individually, I think we were better getting along, but when the women all got together, I lived in a dorm with 6 other ladies, and it was just crazy. My second year, I lived in something similar, and I was closer to several of them, to be honest. I'm still friends with some of them. 2 of them, not so much. Third year was pretty great, to be honest. Third year was pretty great. I'm still friends with the people for the most part. And then I grew out of that situation a lot. And then my senior year, it went pretty well. I lived with international students, so it was kind of cool, but it was also like I was trying to graduate and I was working 3 jobs, and I didn't have a lot of time to be part of the international program like I wanted to, and I felt really bad about it. But at the same time, I'm a very clean and organized person, and I was so irritated that I was living somewhere that wasn't clean and organized like I wished. So, my priorities kind of shifted a lot. I was trying to find a job after college. I was trying to graduate, and so the time that I put into that organization for international wasn't as much as I had wanted, because I was president of another organization, and fundraising became my main priority, and getting members active and involved, that I literally almost broke several times because I was so stressed and I was so worried. So that's why planning, delegating, taking time to yourself, I think is one of my next tips. It's like, take time for yourself. Whether that's put your headphones in, lock your door, and just chillax, rock out, or do whatever you want for an hour, and then get back to it. Like, I was to the point my senior year, if I didn't get myself out of bed and go to the library or Starbucks to study and do homework, I wouldn't have done any of it. I literally had to force myself to get up and go do the homework for the 4 classes I had, because I felt like I had nothing to do. And then I realized that around exam time that I struggle bust. I struggled so hard because I wasn't applying myself as hard as I thought. I was more focused on getting to work and getting my paycheck than I was on doing my homework, and I struggled on that pretty badly. As far as school supplies, now if you have 4 classes, this is my main tip. Have a notebook for 2 at a time. If you're going to use your computer, that's cool. Use OneNote from Microsoft. Use that to keep your notes and then back them up somewhere. If your school uses Outlook like mine did, or still does, what I do is the documentation on Outlook, but if you press the back button, you lose all of your stuff. All of it. I would say get an external hard drive, use your laptop, use a planner, pens, paper, coloring pencils, highlighters, colored pens, sticky notes. But for notebooks, if you're going to use pen and paper, like my professors hated laptops because they knew students weren't going to be paying attention. Or you're just going to be copying down everything on the PowerPoints, you're not going to be paying attention. So I only had to use notebooks. I wasn't really able to use a laptop. I even bought a laptop. It didn't work out really well because they were like, yeah, no. So only one of my professors allowed a laptop, and so it became useless to lug it around or anything like that. And I even bought a small little one, and it just wasn't worth it. And so for notebooks, if I had 4 classes, I would use A and B. So like my Monday, Wednesday classes would be in one, and then my Tuesday, Thursdays would be in the other. And I kind of looked at the syllabi and I knew, okay, like these 2 classes have a lot. I should get a 5-subject notebook. And then, actually, my senior year, I started using a 5-subject notebook for the first time ever from Mead. I spent the money. I got a Mead one. It was on sale. And I loved it. I absolutely loved it because I would be able to adjust the plastic dividers into where I wanted them, because I had classes where I used all of the paper, and then I had other classes where I used none because it was just like papers, and they had pockets in the folder, and I wish I had it, but I don't have it with me here anymore. I think I sent it No, it might be in one of the totes I brought in when I moved into this house, but I'm not sure. So those are kind of my tips to survive freshman year. I think the notebook one, the computer one, getting to know your professors and planning accordingly kind of go with all 4 to 6 years that you're going to be in college, and also being involved. I think all of these tips are kind of like what I wish I would have stuck with and would have known right away. Another thing I would say is when you move into college, if you still have time to unpack things now. You don't need everything you think you're going to need. I was that person. I had 3 totes full of decor. I had 3 whole bags of clothes. I would say cut it down. Because, well, I like to take a lot of clothes because I didn't have money to pay for laundry. But just know, like, you can use multiple clothes over again. You can mix and match. Do that if you can. Don't bring 40 billion things for the wall. Okay? Bring your tapestry and some lights. I know a lot of my roommates love just having their twinkle lights on. Use the lights. I liked a lamp. I had a colorful lamp that was green, and then I bought one that I really liked. It was about pictures of London, and I thought that was really nice. But I didn't really use much. School supplies, clothes, and comfy bedding, I would say, are your number 1 priority. And then you don't have to haul everything with you when you get there. Most universities are by places that you have options to shop. Mine, there's 2 main roads. Universities over here, these 2 main roads have everything you need, from Target to Best Buy, Walmart, Meijer, all of the big box stores that you would want, they're all in that area. And so I actually overpacked, brought things I didn't need, and my school provided you kitchens. So yes, I had a little bit more. I brought too many pots, not enough pans, and I basically lived off of ramen and macaroni and cheese all 4 years. So I would say really kind of just go with your main items: bedding, clothing, school supplies. But you really don't need much. You can make it cozy. You don't need a million photos from high school. Trust me, it goes away. And I know I'm not the only person on YouTube that tells you that. It really goes away. Unfortunately, it goes away. You don't need your college, you don't need your high school yearbooks in college. Okay, please don't do that. It is ridiculous. Okay, I'm sorry, but it is. You don't need photo albums from home. Take photos of the photos you like and save them on your phone. Make them the background on your computer. Scan them, make them the background on your computer, save them from Facebook or wherever you have them online, and make them your background on your computer. That I found very helpful. So I didn't mean to go off on people who were going to bring their high school yearbooks to college, but just know that after the first month, which you want to go home all the time, you want to talk to your mom, you want to talk to your high school friends all the time, just know that first month is so hard. It is so hard for every year. That first month of the semester is so hard because you're getting used to things, you're getting back into gear. It's so hard. But as soon as that goes, that back home, that, oh my God, my mom and dad, my small town, my hometown, starts to kind of linger away. Your mom and dad stick with you and your siblings, but if you really, really work to make your college environment your home and your new love, it really pays off because, as you guys heard in the beginning, I'm only 5 miles from my college. I found employment here in a college town, in a college area, and in the next 9 days, my friends are coming back. My boyfriend's fraternity is getting back together. All the people that go home for the summer, they're coming back, and it's going to be so amazing. And we're back to football games and soccer games and just fun and amazing greatness of friends and family around. So, because my college friends became college family. Like, they're my family now, along with my parents and my niece and nephews and things like that. So it all is amazing if you put the energy into it, you put the time, and you put your heart, I think, out there, and you really embrace the awesomeness. Like, get school gear. But let me know, like, freshmen, don't put your keys around your neck, okay? Don't do it. Don't wear your school gear every single day of the week, okay? Because we know you're a freshman, okay? If you walk into the wrong classroom, own it. Oh, shoot, this is my class for later. Own it. Okay, oh, whoops, my bad. Own it, okay? Double check that classroom number. Double check the online options. You make sure you got all the right schedules. When you're at school a couple days early, walk around, know your schedule. Maybe time yourself, because my campus, we could walk inside, but it actually took a little longer. So I actually timed myself, and it took me 10 minutes to get from one side to the other side of campus. On my bike, it took me 5. So walk around, get to know it, take your parents around, let them be there with you. If there's a senior in your class, get to know that senior. Once I got up to my second year level classes, because when they become available for other people, like by the time you can finally fit it in your schedule, you might have seniors in your class. I made friends with a lot of seniors, and then they graduated. So, but they also taught me a lot of things. So make friends with everybody you can, get to know them, get their phone numbers, hang out with them, just be there. And I literally wish I could have been in college for like 2 more years. Sometimes I really do, because I miss it so much. Because going to work for that 9 to 5, I'm starting to realize it's not everything I've always wanted. So you live and you learn, and I'm hopeful that maybe some of these tips could help you guys out. And if you are already at college, enjoy. It is amazing. It is a great experience that I am so happy I could have had. Even with college debt, I'm so happy that I went through it, and I hope you guys all enjoy your time at university and in college, and you guys have a great day. So get involved, stay active, stay on yourself, know your limits, know what works best for you. Know what works best for you. And don't let anybody tell you what to do. Don't let anybody change who you are. You'll live and you'll learn and you'll grow in college, but do it on your own terms. So I do appreciate you watching. If you liked anything, or if you have any additional comments or questions, go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe. And thanks again.